There was a lot of being lost in that time. Whether you were a creative person or not, the need to create didn't end during lockdown. In fact, the need to make art became even greater.
And since we couldn't go into the outside world where we normally would get our inspiration, the call to create had to begin inside. Inside our bedrooms, our homes, closed studios, journals, Zoom meetings, etc.
So during this time, what was to become Pinnacle was born. I saw a content creator saying that if you do something consistently for 30 days straight, it could change your life. I ran the idea by Raymond, asking him, could we write 30 songs in 30 days? Well, he was up for it, and we quickly decided on some parameters.
We had to play our instruments to put down the foundations of the songs. So listening to, or quoting, or referring to other artists' music was not allowed during this process. Whatever we wrote had to be of our own pen at that particular moment.
A full and completed song had to be done in 24 hours. All the words and music. No fragments, no sketches.
But we did allow a couple of things. Any genre could be used. Also, using a loop was okay if it helped with the composition process or for timing purposes. But our instruments still had to be the main foundation of this writing process.
Since we live on different continents, we couldn't work in real time together.
So she'd write something on the keys and sing it and send it to me overnight. I would then add my contributions on bass and some production elements.
It's morning and it's storming. And baby, you can't hear what I'm playing, 'cause it's only in headphones. But if you could,
I'll miss your warmth in my bed.
And he would send me a bass line, but not just a bass line, a whole bass track arranged into song form. And like a puzzle, I'd have to figure out everything that should be put on top. Melody, words, chords, which was a serious challenge, but I loved it.
This kept either one of us up most nights just to meet the 24-hour deadline. It was both exhausting and exhilarating.
And after 15 days and 15 songs, I was so emotionally drained. I kind of wanted to stop.
But I said no. We have to keep going and keep pushing.
I wake up every morning feeling this pressure of this 30-day thing, and it's like harrowing, and I think we're kind of in the home stretch.
It's a challenge. We're staying focused. If we're off by one or two songs, it's not the end of the world. My thing is we just keep going and moving and doing it, and what we end up with is truly great. And you know what? In those moments of wanting to stop, we found out this is when the best music comes out. I sing you something like that, and that's what you come back with. I mean, that's just folk. Folk it. Oh my Lord Jesus, I'm sitting here just on the floor screaming, dancing.
It's like a master class in how to play the groove. If I didn't know who you were, I'd be like, who's that? It is so good.
And so we made it to 30 songs. Did it change our lives? Maybe not our entire lives, but I know we both definitely felt a great internal shift. A greater appreciation for the art form of songwriting, the power of collaboration and having each other's back, and we felt pretty proud of ourselves.
When I went back and started listening to the other ones, I can definitely hear the progression and how things are. Because I think this month we have truly grown in a month and learned things from each other.
Even in that short time, we've progressively kind of gotten better. Like we've really refined things or honed in on, the sound, whatever we're playing, like to really, really try to nail the essence of the song. And this to me is true song crafting.
Creativity is usually flights of inspiration, but we were reminded that being disciplined, staying the course, and following that inspiration is just as important to creating something special.
We're not saying that we wrote hits or that what we wrote is wholly original, because we've been musicians for a pretty long time and we've been influenced by a lot of people. But pushing ourselves beyond our usual musical devices and past fatigue was big. Just when you thought your soul was spent, the only thing left to carry you was spirit. And every song, if you've truly opened your heart in the process, you'll find has a spirit of its own. And at the end of 30 days, I think we realized, if anything, that we were only facilitators to bring these songs out. Maybe they were already somewhere in the ether waiting just for us. As for the name Pinnacle, like its homophone pinnacle, it represents being at the highest successful point you can achieve, which is, in our humble way, how we felt after 30 days of this songwriting challenge.
Also is similar to the name of the high school we went to in PYNNACOL, California, which is where we met in the jazz band. So it represents both the beginning and the current point at which we find ourselves in our musical lives and this great project.